What's good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nika. So today it's time for tea talk. It's time for your girl to talk. I decided I want to talk about my kids. I want to actually compare my kids. I want to go over some differences and some comparisons that I noticed between my two kids, Nyla and Josiah, and just things overall, because they are growing up so fast and it's making me so emotional. And for everybody who's seen my post today on Facebook, I went live, briefly, just because I'm just in my feelings. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm in my feelings, and I don't even know why I'm in my feelings, and I don't know why I'm so emotional. And it's like I could be watching something and I start thinking about my life, my kids. I start thinking about Neil. I start thinking about just my family in general, or, what if this, what if that, what, and I'm just like, oh my God, all these different things keep popping up in my head. And now I'm just like, you know what? I really want to take my kids. Like, they have not been baptized yet. They have not been to a church or anything. They need to go to church. They need to get baptized. We need to start, praying. Now, I be praying, but, my kids don't know anything about praying yet. We need to start praying with them. And I need to start reading the Bible to them and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I want them to know for themselves, not just because I'm telling them, but I'm going to teach them right now, but I want them to know for themselves who God is, and the whole world and everything, everything in general, just the Bible. And if they believe, if they don't believe, it's up to them. I'm not gonna force it on them, but I want them to know that growing up, this was in my life. And I guess I'm not gonna, now I can't say it wasn't always willingly, okay? I didn't always want to go to church, and sometimes I felt like I was forced to go to church. But when I look back on it now, I'm so happy that I was forced to go to church, because now I wish somebody would drag me in the church. You know what I mean? And it's like, now that I have kids, I want to drag them into the church, and I don't want to just go to any church. And then I live so far away in an area where there's a lot of churches, but is it what I believe? Is it, what I want to do? Because we literally have a church behind my house. And I went to that church one time, and I didn't get that feeling of this is where I want to be. It was cool. It was cool, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. So I've been to some other churches. I still didn't get the feeling of where I want to be. I went to another church. It was really small. We went there last year, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. But it was kind of small, real small. It was actually real small, like a little small building or something. But I mean, it don't even matter the size of it, but I didn't get that it was for me, because they were kind of like, I don't know if they were like pushing out demons or something. I don't know, but they were doing stuff like that, and they didn't want people, at the time I was actually pregnant with Nala, so they was like, hey, you might need to get out, I don't think you need to be in here, you can't be in here. So they actually told me to get out, and it didn't bother me. But I guess Neil was in there, and they left him in there, and he was like, that was stuff in there I didn't want to see, and you left me in there to see that. I don't know. So I guess, okay, we was kind of like, oh, maybe, I guess that's not the church for us. Yeah. So yeah. So long story short, because this is not even what this post was supposed to be about at all. I just got to talking about it, and it just kind of was gone for the moment. But that's probably why I've been so emotional, because maybe the Lord is telling me that it's about time I get right, because baby girl, I might be coming back real soon, and I personally better take heed to that. And I know my life has not been my life has not been roses, as in, spiritually, as in, going to church and everything, as in following the Bible. to a T. Yeah, it's not been that at all. So yeah, and as everyone knows, I have 2 kids. I'm not married, so of course that's already out of the Bible. But outside of doing all of that, nobody's perfect. I'm not gonna say, I'm not crying about my life because I'm not perfect. I ain't crying about that at all, because my life is what it is, and my life is cool. I love my life, straight up. But like I said, maybe it's time I try to start, dotting some of them I's and crossing some of them T's, so that if the Lord do decide to come back at any moment, my life will be a-okay. And definitely want my kids to be a-okay, and I want them to know right from wrong, and I want them to know the Lord and everything else, and the Bible and reading. And I personally want to be a better mother to them, not just about the Bible, but I want to be able to teach my kids what needs to be taught, lessons. And even when it comes to education, I want to be able to teach them education, help them with their homework, and do things for them. And I want to be a good mom to my kids, and I don't want people to look at me like I'm not a good mom, or look down on you, or think negative of you because of whatever reasons people think of. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump start to what I really wanted to talk about. So I'm going to compare Josiah and Nyla. I wanted to show the differences between my 2 kids, and like why I want a 3rd kid, because it just makes me emotional. And it's like they're growing so quickly that I'm like, they're going to be gone. They're going to just be gone out the wind. Like, they're going to grow up so quick and just be gone. And I'm like, oh my God, my babies. And I just have these 2 little babies. Sometimes that's probably why a lot of people have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. They just be like, they probably get that feeling of, I just want kids. I mean, some people probably grow so attached to these kids, and you just never know how, when your kids get older, how they may help you in life. And I'm not necessarily talking about financially, but your kids could be a blessing to you in all different types of ways. And I want to be a blessing to my kids. And I definitely want Nala to grow up, and I want her to be able to be whatever she wants to be, no matter what y'all tell her. No matter what anybody tell her, I want her to be what she wants to be. Whatever she want to be in life. If she want to be a singer, girl, be a singer. If you want to be a dancer, be a dancer. If you want to be a model, be a model. If you want to be on TV, do what you got to do to be on TV. Do what you got to do to be, because you deserve to be seen. Like I always say about me, she came from me. She deserves to be seen, because she's going to be a star. Everybody remember her name, Nyla Bowers. Okay? Anyway, she deserves to be seen because she's going to be a star. And even with Josiah, even for them to say he has autism or whatever, my baby is going to be brilliant. Okay? He's going to be brilliant, because right now he's doing things that I'm just looking at him and I'm like amazed. I'm just like, look at my baby just picking up and growing, and he see you doing something, he do it. Now he starts, wiping off the table. He see you with a rag or anything, he'll pick up his rag, wipe off the table. He get vacuum cleaner, he want to vacuum the floor. He pick up the broom. He can't do any of this stuff like vacuum and sweeping, but he be trying. And he knows how, when he's finished eating, he brings you his plate. And he's probably learning some of these skills from daycare, which is great. So he give you his plate when he's full, or when he's done, or when he wants something to drink, he hand you his bottle. Now, he can't speak. He can't tell me any of this stuff. He's just showing it. He's doing it for me. And then it's like, sometimes he get those, he get into those temper tantrums where he wants it. I guess he goes to screaming and yelling, and I guess it's a part of, the autism or whatever, that sometimes he just, you have no idea what's wrong, and he's just screaming for hours and crying and yelling and flipping and flopping, and he's just like, oh my Lord, I don't know what to do. But that's something we're gonna have to overcome, and I'm trying to figure out ways to better help him, so that we could work as a team, so I could help him, he can help me. And I want to be able to help him learn the way he needs to be taught how to learn. Not the way I learn, not the way you learn, not the way whoever learns, but I want him to learn how he learns. and be able to tell me how he needs to be taught. And I want him to look at me and be like, Mom, growing up, I felt like you was a great mom. I probably couldn't tell you, but you was a great mom. And I know without a shout of a doubt, he's going to definitely tell Neil, or he ain't going to say Neil, he's going to say, Daddy, you were the best daddy that I've ever had. And guys, you probably think I'm probably like all jokey or whatever, but just like I told you, talking about these makes me so emotional because now I'm crying and I'm still trying to keep a smile on my face because I don't want to break out in tears. But your girl is so emotional, Lord. You would have thought I was pregnant right now because I am just, I'm so in tears. Like, I'm just so emotional. Like, I just don't know. But just talking about my family, talking about this stuff just makes me so emotional. But anyway, I want you to know, like I say, he would say, Daddy, you are the best daddy I've ever had because, guys, I want you to know, Neil, I don't have no baby daddies out here in the world, but Neil is one of the best fathers I can say I've seen outside of my daddy. Neil is a great father. He's a great dad. And if you could see him interact with his kids every single day, how he plays with his kids every single day, if you could see all the pictures that he take in his phone of his kids every day, if you could see just the stuff that he do for his kids every day, that a lot of people out here can't even get, that a lot of people, they struggling to even have somebody care about their kids. They got to be on child support. They got to go through all this stuff. I mean, when you have somebody here, you living in the house, he go to work every day, he pay the bills, he come home, he do yard work, he take care of your car, he do maintenance on your car every day, like, well, not every day, but whenever he do his maintenance. And it's just like, my job is limited. I go to work. I'm not forced. I'm not pressured. I go to work because I want to go to work. I want to provide for my kids as well. And I work part-time. And a lot of times when I do go to work, I probably don't always stay at work because I should be at work right now, but I'm not there. But I live for personal reasons. But and it's just like, I want to be able to give as much as I feel like I'm taking. I don't know if I'm taking or not, taking a lot or not. I don't know. But I want to be able to give as much as I feel like I'm taking. And it's like, I don't want Neil at all to feel pressured. I don't want him to feel like he's going down the rabbit hole. I definitely want him to feel very much appreciated. And I want him to know he's appreciated. And I want my kids to know that I love them very, 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 very much. Very much. And I might even have to name this whole video something totally different because it was supposed to be just comparing similarities with my kids. And I have gone to a L. But this is going to be the real uncut. I mean, because I don't have to edit anything anyway, because ooh, I had a sneeze. Okay. After I said I didn't have to edit nothing, then I want to start sneezing, right? But I'm not going to edit that. But anyway, this is just the real uncut, raw, just whatever you want to call it. Because I just want tea talk. I mean, I just want you to know, this is how I'm feeling. I am emotional. I'm just so emotional. And I guess I just needed to talk to the word. I wanted you guys to know. Because, I don't know if this, maybe a message is meant for me to give you guys about, hey, for all my people, all my viewers and my supporters out here who do believe in the Lord, maybe he is trying to let me know, or tell me to tell you, that maybe he's coming near. He's near. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's what he's saying. I'm just saying I'm emotional. It might have nothing to do with the Lord at all. You know what I mean? It could just be, girl, your hormones is out of whack. Go take a pill. It could be that. But it could be, girl, you PMS. It could be anything. I'm not even going to sit here and go through all that. But it could be anything. But I still want you guys to know everything. And before I even end this whole video, I'm still going to talk a little bit about my kids, because I want you guys to know, if I don't cry again, I want you guys to know some of them similarities and some of them differences. So getting back to Josiah. So first off, I'm going to start from birth. When Josiah was born, I believe he was 6 pounds, 2 ounces. And he was born with jaundice. So he was a little bit small with jaundice, and he was in the hospital for at least about a week with jaundice. And with Nyla, she was born 5 pounds, and they both was actually born at the 37-week mark, so that was pretty good. 37 week, 2 days or something like that. So they were born around the same time, 37 weeks. But so with Nyla, she was 5 pounds. She was born with jaundice as well, and she only had to stay in the hospital about 4 days. So her jaundice went fairly quickly. So now with Josiah, when it comes to his walking and stuff like that, now he actually was a late walker. I think he did not start walking until about 15 months. But it seemed like, when he started to crawl, he didn't just start crawling. He was, scooting back and sliding back, and he was just going backwards with everything. And then when you put him in the walker, he was sliding back, and, everything was just, he was going back, and then he just didn't grasp the concept fast. It took a lot to get him to crawl. We actually have, get on our hands and knees and move his hands and stuff like that to try to get him to crawl. So we had to do a lot of extra work with him to get him to crawl and to get him to walk and stuff like that. But with Nyla, she actually started crawling fairly quickly on her own. I mean, she never slid back. She would, when she went to crawling, she was flying. Gone. She just woke up one day and was crawling. I don't know. But, we didn't have to really do anything with her. She just went to crawling. And when it comes to her walking, she never liked the walker. You put her in a walker, she cried. She didn't want to be in it. So she didn't learn to walk from the walker. She never liked that. So even maybe at daycare, she just, probably walked around or something. Even home, we'd grab her hand. I'd grab one hand and walk around with her. Or sometimes I had both her hands. I didn't even have to have both her hands because she always was able to move with just one hand. And then I guess one day she just came home and she stood up and she went to walking. She probably was walking at daycare first and we just didn't see it. But she probably started at daycare first and she was taking her time. But after the first day she showed that she was walking, the next day she was gone. So she probably was keeping it a secret. Just making her way downtown. I don't know the words, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, literally she was making her way downtown and she was just being quiet about it. And was like, I'm gonna just show them people I know how to walk. So she just went to walking. And that was it. Bam, boom. But it was about the same time frame as Josiah. But it seemed like it was much faster because, sorry, some hair was on my lip. But it seemed like it was much faster because we didn't have to go through any of them steps with her. She just did it on her own. And also when it comes to eating, for Josiah, I guess with the diagnosis of autism, when it comes to eating, they do not eat, I don't know if it goes to everybody, but for Josiah, he didn't want to eat, his first 6 months of life, when he was turned 6 months, we started giving him baby food, but he got sick or something caused him to get sick, he threw the food up, and then after that, he didn't want to eat no more. So we told the doctors about it. A year later, he still wasn't eating. He didn't want to eat any baby foods and stuff like that. He didn't want to eat any solids, and then finally, that's when we was like, okay, he needs to eat food. So then they was like, well, we could try to put him on Pediasure milk, to kind of, that it kind of backs up as that's a supplement, like a supplement milk meal for a kid. So we're gonna put him on this Pediasure. So he's been on Pediasure. Even now he's still on Pediasure, but he's been on that pretty much since a year of life. And now he's finally eating the foods, and he is almost probably 2.5 years old. And he's finally eating solid foods, and he loves macaroni and cheese. He eats that every single day. That's all he wants to eat. We give him a variety of foods. And he's finally starting to eat, a little bit more stuff, but a lot of foods he don't eat. So when it comes to Nala is pretty much like 15 months right now. Okay? And she is tearing some food up. She's eating stuff that he ain't eating. And stuff that he is eating, she's eating. She takes his food off his plate and put it in her mouth. We have to tear his stuff up to make sure it's small enough for him to chew and bite and everything, and so he don't get choked. And she'll go right to his plate. And now, a size, toast or scramble, for everybody knows, that's kind of, it's Brady. But for me to rip a piece and give it to him, and it's probably a decent size for him, to be able to gnaw on or whatever. But I wouldn't give her that same size because she's much smaller, mouth smaller and everything. But she took that off his plate the other day and and it was gone. And she just went and grabbed another piece. I mean, like, she's eating stuff that I'm just shocked she's eating. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, really? And he's learning from her because she had a go-go squeeze the other day and she was in here just, sucking it. She was sucking it out and squeezing it and everything. And she handed it to me. She ate the whole thing and handed it to me. Like, this girl is blowing my mind because she is absolutely smart. And she's just blowing my mind. But he's watching her. So he saw her eat it. So he picked it up. And whatever was left in it, he went to, sucking on it and, trying to get it. And he gave it to me. I guess he thought it was empty because it wasn't nothing coming out. So I squeezed the rest that was out in the bottom. I gave it back to him. And he went to eating it up, So that's one thing. That's why I say about the kids. She's learning from him. And she's picking up a lot from us. And whatever she's learning, at daycare and everything else, he picking up from her. And he like, okay, she eating this. I ain't ate this before. So let me try it. So he picking up from her. So it's like they learning from each other. And it's so amazing. The stuff that they're learning from each other. The stuff they're learning from us. That's why I need to be a better mama. So I can teach them the better ways. Teach them good ways. And that's why I say when it comes to a third child, I only imagine, if they do not have the diagnosis of autism or anything, or any diagnosis, only imagine just the possibilities of what that child could teach Nala. What Nala could teach that child. What they could teach Josiah. What Josiah could still teach both of them. You know what I mean? Josiah could teach them his way of learning. And he could say, this is what you need to do for me to understand this. But once you do it, I got it. And I know Josiah gonna be brilliant because he is showing me all different type of ways. And that he's smart, you know what I mean? And Nala she's just flying like a bird. Just flying like a bird. Because your girl is, she's just soaring, man. And just, so pretty much right now, up until now, these are the comparisons that I'm seeing. And the differences that I'm seeing is just like, they're both brilliant babies in their own way. They're both brilliant. And one thing I love about Nala right now is she sings. I go in the bathroom and I give her bath and we just sing and I just make noise, and I can't sing worth a flip, but I'm just, just making noise, and she's like, Now, I ain't even gonna lie. Her sound better than mine. I had to flip that around and try to make mine sound better than hers. But when we in that bathroom, I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I probably be sound rusty as I don't know what. And she be holding the tone. She be, literally, for real. she be really singing up something, you know, and I'm that really shocks me to hear her sing like that for real. And then she gets to dancing to a song. She loves that Gracie Corner. She hear that Gracie Corner and she shake that little booty. She is too cute, man. She's too cute. That's why she deserves to be seen, man. She is just too cute. And even sometimes, too, I can get Josiah up in there, and I'll be like, Josiah, come dance with me, baby. Come dance with me. And he be, Mommy. I love my babies. I love my babies. I love my babies. And, whew, all right, guys. This is enough. This is enough. This is enough. It is time to say goodbye to yesterday. I can't sing, but I just had to get that out. I want to think of a song that I should sing right quick. Only song coming to mind is the one that I was just singing. It's so hard to say goodbye. I say I can't sing, but for flip. To yes. Yeah. I give up. I can't sing. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all ain't gonna never see me on American Idol because I can't sing. I can't sing. I can't sing. I can't sing. Up a lip. I can't sing. But anyway, let's see. I ain't gonna do nothing today. I'm gonna just end this out and then I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this room. And oh, okay. That's another, well, I wonder if I could go ahead and say it. But I think I might have already told you, but Josiah finally got approved. We applied for him to get one of them cubby beds. And that's supposed to be one of them beds for people, you know, kids with autism to help keep them safe. So he got approved for that bed through his insurance. So hopefully he'll be able to get that bed put in the room I'm in right now. That bed will be put in here. So I might have to find me a new space to go because I really love this space. I don't know, something about this room. Something about this room, like, it's so light in here. It's airy. It's just, I mean, I just love this room. This honestly is my favorite space in the house. It's just sitting in this chair in this room. And I could just come in here and sit in a corner on the floor because this room is so beautiful. I don't know. I just love this room. And the other room is just so dark, you know? So I have to figure out how to put some more light in there. And that's the room that Nala is going to be in. But we're going to have to figure out how to give my baby girl some light. Because she's going to have to be light and bright. Just like this room, light and bright. The other room is dark. It's just so dark. So, yeah. Anyway, guys. If I keep on talking, I'm going to find something else to talk about. Because I always do. I'm a talker. People tell me I'm a Cancer. Because I am a Cancer. You know why they say, you a Cancer? Because I talk. I did Google that zodiac sign, and it did say that we talk a lot. So I'm agree on that. I do talk a lot. I'm sorry. I like talking. I'm sorry. But I'm going to keep talking. I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay, guys. What do I always say? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I want you guys to get out there and vote because it's still voting time. But by the time you see this, it's probably going to be past voting. So if you did not vote, then oh well. But I hope that who you voted for, who you didn't vote for, I know who I voted for. So I'm hoping whoever I voted for gets into office. Okay? I hope they get into the office and become President of the United States of America. But hey. We shall see. But anyway, like I said, you guys take it easy. This was a great tea talk. For me, it was anyway. Because I got to talk. But anyway, guys, take it easy. And what? It's been real.